a group of experts came together and brainstormed on decarbonization of India's manufacturing sector, policy to achieve clean energy targets.
This message which our Prime Minister has given, that we have to lead the world to tell them how you live with the nature, with the sustainability and life. How do you all decode this message into your respective sectors? So that we'll start with you.
Well, today already we are at a point with solar solutions, which is solar panels, inverters and storage, that you can actually create your own electricity at 3 to 4 rupees a unit. Now for rural homes, which are in fact perhaps away from grid electricity, in off-grid sense, this is a real viable alternative. And it is not powered by fossil fuels essentially. The other thing it does is, for the country at large, it reduces the fossil fuel dependence.
This bicycle industry, we started with during this COVID times. Pedelecs is basically electric assisted bicycles, and most of the developed countries across Europe, they started to get into the electric bicycles. And
India has submitted its INDC, intended nationally determined contribution, in 2015, which was quite comprehensive, and it was further strengthened last year in Glasgow, where our Honorable Prime Minister came out with Panchamrit, which was talking about net zero by 2070 and many other things. 500 gigawatt of renewable energy deployment, or 50% of energy is coming from non-fossil fuel sources. So I think these are very encouraging kind of targets or ambitions, and it has actually given us a lot of thoughts to align in that direction.
I would say first thing is, energy is costly in India because we import almost all our oil and gas requirement, and that is helping us to energy transition better when to renewables. So the fact that reduce, reuse and recycle is absolutely mastered by Indian industry. Therefore, today we have the most efficient oil refining asset in India, most efficient, and by far efficiency gap is more than 20% any world. So reduce, reuse of energy.
The last panel discussion held during the day elaborated on the topic, how industries can enable sustainable manufacturing in India.
So what is your take on it?
And the first and foremost, when you set up what you want to do or how you want to improve the technology, or can be a blue ocean kind of getting into blue ocean and bringing all the others over there. And first and foremost, which most of the companies are missing, is measurement. Where you are today, are you measuring your products? How much carbon footprint it is creating? It's not just the product when you are manufacturing, but starting from the raw material, from the steel from where you are procuring, your logistics, your packing. I think how you pack your goods, how lighter it might be, how great engineered it is, but if you're not packing it right, if your logistics is not right, it's not sustainable.
Design, product process validation, taking it all the way into manufacturing and into the supplier ecosystem, and then including the supplier ecosystem have to first measure, and then based on where the 80-20 is, where are we actually not sustainable, that's where we have to focus and attack. That's the kind of approach we're taking.
ExxonMobil has been doing a very fine balancing act of providing energy to the world, at the same time doing it in a responsible way. Now this awareness is not even widely known within the organization as to how we are. So we are doing a lot of educational programs, letting people know. For example, I don't know how many of you are aware that we have been the pioneers in manufacturing synthetic products. Way back 50 years, a product like Mobile One, Mobile SHCs, you have a lot of product. Mobile One, many people would know because you are watching Formula One races and all. But the reality is, when you are using synthetic products, basically the idea is that, or the theme that we are working on is doing more with less.